This video right now, for me, is very sincere. I'm feeling a lot of sincerity within myself, a lot of real just a real change in my life. You know, I was gonna say real emotions. It's just a all around, excuse me, I just had Burger King. Just I'm a real person. I've been through so many traumas. I've been there, and I'm really coming to a conclusion here on how really there's many avenues that I'm going to be taking of how I'm going to be changing in my life, and just for me to I really feel it, you know, of the change. Like, for example, and I've said it so many times about my alcoholism and how it makes you depressed, how it gives you feelings that you don't need, that I'm paying to have these crap feelings. And what a ridiculous thing to do to yourself, to hurt yourself on purpose. And how nothing will get better, nothing will change unless I change that. And not just drinking once in a while, but maybe, I don't even know if I can, because I've never really done it, to go without alcohol for months. And that's what's going to change everything, And it's not just that, it's my thinking, the way that I'm thinking, the trauma that I'm still dealing with from the past, right? And so as far as YouTube goes, I needed to have this discussion, however this comes out, and however many videos, or this video, or just to take my time with it. I'm just right here, I'm at a park that I come to, that where that bear is, that bear statue. And as I was in Burger King just like 20 minutes ago, I was just like, I've really put myself in a position where it's just that vicious cycle again and again. And I'm like, why am I still there? Well, it's because you drink. It's because you're codependent on alcohol. And somebody once said to me, and I really was like, I was offended by it. And they said that if I quit drinking and smoking pot, that I would actually have a life. And whether that was a diss, or I'm not sure if it was more of like a fact, because that's 100% true. I can feel it, and it's just the day after the day after of me getting smashed again. And it's just like, it's taken up all this time. I want to find somebody to spend the rest of my life with. And it's just, that's not going to happen, because what I have to do is fill the void where I'm putting drugs and alcohol in and fill that void with something else. Like even just making more videos, getting out more. Like what would I do if I just didn't? If I say no, enough is enough, and this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be so fucking hard, and I can't lie about this, and I can't pretend like I'm just gonna be okay, because alcoholism is a disease. And it's a disease on so many different levels. And it controls your mind. It's like mind control. It affects your health, not just your mental health. Makes you fatter and lazier and really stupider, dumber. I mean, doing it kind of the way that I do it. I mean, some people can just like drink bottles and buy, I don't really believe that shit. That's kind of like horse shit. You know what I mean? Hey, there's like a bunch of snow in his face. That's kind of cool. But that's like horse shit, right? For people to say, oh, I can, maybe they can, but who cares? Because for me, I would drink enough till I like pass out, like black out, and then and then you do shit too. Like, don't forget, like, you do shit, even if it's just minor, stupid little shit. Then you're like, man, I wouldn't do that if I was sober. I wouldn't do that if I was sober. And it really, is just it's like a Band-Aid on it's a Band-Aid on my boo-boos, my emotional trauma. And it just doesn't cut it anymore. And it's just kind of like, give the baby his bottle, and I'm not going to have a life. Excuse me. And I'm not going to have a life if I keep doing that. And I have all these like spiritual gifts and talents that I could use, and I'm not using them to the best of my ability. And the alcohol is just fueling my anger. It is just fueling what I'm really trying to escape from. Because who likes to be fucking angry all the time? Just resentful and fuck the world and fuck everybody. I hate my neighbors still. Like, man, there's just like you just come to a point where it's just like I just said, enough is enough, and enough is just so totally enough. And I feel like a stupid shit. A little bit. And not that I'm not saying it's, I shouldn't be putting myself down like, oh, I'm stupid. I'm a stupid fucking asshole for doing this, for hurting myself, for like, I could be there for myself a little bit more if I'm like if I just tried. I've just never tried, and that's what it is. It's the alcohol. And some pot too. Like, I don't think I'll ever ever be able to quit that, because it's like medicinally, but who knows, maybe. But for right now, it's just like, I'm just making myself depressed, and it's serious depression. And I'm at the point where I can get help, and I'm getting help, and I'm not gonna be helping myself if I keep doing that, if I keep harming myself, because that's what it is. I'm harming myself. And not like really necessarily on purpose, like, but, what was it, who said it? Like, Einstein said something to the effect of, if you do the same thing over and over again, and you expect a different result, then you're pretty nuts. You know, I'm expecting a different result, but it's the same stupid shit. It's just like, just putting up barriers, putting up all these barriers. And that's not going to help. It would only help for the meantime and not in the long run. Not a permanent solution. And just like anything out of moderation is just, it's not good. It's not good for you. And so it's a really bad habit. It's just, I have formed a really bad habit. And so what I need to really talk about here now concerning my channel is I was about to do something that was maybe I wasn't thinking. I need to be aware of what I'm doing because I could piss off people that don't need to be pissed off. I could, if I'm not aware or conscious of like working magic and using spiritual forces for things that are like, yeah, that's like just like a self-indulgence. And there's times where I can just put on a mask and just like, you know, goof around, just be silly and have fun and that's all good and fine. But so I'm just gonna be honest here, and this is like kind of courageous of me because I've never really cared. I've been very honest and genuine about myself on this channel, but as far as like being super real about what's going on right now, I haven't really taken those steps yet, and so I'm ready to take those steps. And those steps being that concerning this black mirror that I'm creating, I'm glad that I'm seeing this now before I took it further, because I would have already made more videos just of whatever, but that you know, dealing with demonic forces and these entities that will and do cause harm to yourself and others, and that's not a good thing to promote. And I don't want to promote self-harm. That is like the opposite of what I'm trying to do. So what I was going to try and do, I mean, I had good intentions, but the intentions were, you know, kind of coming from bad intentions. Hateful and greedy and spiteful and just fuck you, and I don't want to harbor those feelings. I don't, like I said, I'm in a place where I can help myself and not hurt myself. And so, you know, what my good intentions were just like for all the trauma and pain in my past, into, you know, how, you know, I don't think it's really all that safe just yet to show my identity online, because like it's not important really what I look like. So I was, you know, gonna use those masks to, you know, hurt everybody that hurt me, and really hurt them, and really like you know, it's quite obvious, like the reflection, and when you're going to hurt me, and anything you do and think and say, it will be used against you. And it's just like, it's a war. It's a fucking spiritual war. And you know, I've already won it. I've already fucking won this war. I'm not all the way there, but I've won it. I'm strong, and I'm gonna be more responsible, is what I'm saying, you know, instead of just like, I can still do that, and I need to do that as a reflection from myself. And if anybody wants to send, like, if people are gonna hate me because of the way that who I am, or what I've been through, then you know what? That only helps me, because then those people can just be blocked, and you don't need to react to. I don't need to react to it. And so I was just worried about that, and I was like, it was made me mad. Just thinking about that. So it was like, what? So I'm like, why would I care? Why would I want to help anybody? Nobody wants to fucking try and help me, and wah. Like, baby needs a bottle. And it's just like, it's time to grow up. And I should have done this a long time ago, instead of focusing on this negative thing, because what is that? What is that negative energy? That demonic energy. That's just your own, your all those thoughts, those negative thoughts that I have are forming into reality, because we're all magicians. We all use magic. Magic meaning the manifestations of our thoughts, those thought forms. Those are, what are those? Those are egregores. Those are like a servitor. I'm making servitors and phantoms and demonic entities, and that all has a place, that all has a time. But then there's also time to grow up, and because I'm just going to be hurting myself, and that's self-harm. What am I going to hurt myself publicly? Like, that's ridiculous. And then what, I'm going to be sending out all that negative thought form to the world, into the universe? That was not my original intention to do on YouTube, because I wanted to go and fix my entire life. Going and fixing my entire life. I don't need to go anywhere. But you need to have your thoughts. Your thoughts are so much more. Your thoughts really control everything. Your thoughts, you've heard this before. I've said things like this before, and it's like, this is it. This is the new me. I can feel it, and hopefully I have the strength enough to not go and buy another bottle of alcohol. I really hope, and I hope is like Jim Carrey said once, like, it's hope that kills us. Like, I hope that I don't. Well, I'm dead already. Then I'm just dead already. Then I'm already, like, on my way. I'm already on my way to the liquor store again. And it, so I'm going to have to reach out more to, like, even AA. And I've said this, and I've done this before for years. But I'm so fed up. I am so fucking fed up with being so depressed after you drink. It's a depressant. It will just depress me the fuck out. And then I'm just like, oh, then your body is like, oh, well, it's my own fucking fault. It's my own fault for doing this to myself. I've done this to myself just over and over, time and time again. Wasted so much money, so much time and effort. And all because of shit like, oh, well, they bother me. Or, oh, like, people are going to be people. And people, your neighbors are going to be noisy and loud. And everybody, it's like that everywhere, for everyone. And a lot of it you just kind of have to ignore, because it's just like the way that the world is. It's just the way that things are, and you have to accept things. And I just haven't accepted it, and it's like, oh, they're doing this on purpose, and it's just like, that makes me fucking so mad. But it's like, who wins then? I don't win. because I'm letting it get to me. And even if they are, then all the more power to them. And then what? They're controlling my thoughts. They're manifesting things for me and they don't, like, strangers don't care. So I really need to rethink this. And I'm going to have a lot of fun here on YouTube, and I'm going to be channeling a lot of good energy, still even like with like all the shorts that are like really like feel maybe that's like about hate and hell and demonic entities and spiritual warfare, and it's just like, that's always going to be there. There's always a war that's going to be fought. But, you just gotta, pick and choose your battles. If I've said this before, I'm saying it again because I fucking mean it so wholeheartedly. And I'm really ready for myself. And it's, nobody's, maybe, I wish like I had the perfect wife and like I don't have anybody to give me a hug. And that's important. And I don't have any friends here, and well, am I whining about it? Am I whining? Or am I like going to like do something about it? Sure, I've kind of half-ass done shit about it, and but I need to be 100%, and 100% is like really. Basically, I don't think I'll ever be able to be 100% sober, but maybe I need to try, like, challenge myself and go a month without drinking anything and see what happens. And I have to be a grown adult and a grown man and understand that, not every day is going to be a good day, and most days are not good days, and that's gonna be mad, and baby's gonna want a bottle, and go wah wah, and I feel, I'm having a feeling, and you know what? But now we're supposed to have feelings. We're supposed to feel the way we feel because it's for a reason. Just like how you feel pain when, like, say, like you step on a tack or you stub your toe or whatever the hell. You break your arm. Like you feel pain, or you're with somebody and they break up with you and it's so emotionally painful. But that's life, right? And you have to feel it. And you can't avoid it. And you can't think like, oh, that's never going to happen. Everything's going to be perfect. I'm just going to have the most perfect feelings. That is the biggest fucking lie ever. And you can't just keep masking it, masking it. You're right. And I wear my masks and I fucking, do a little, maybe pretend a little bit. But, there's, like I said, there's a time and a place to have fun and do other things. But I mean, I'm not going to have the intention, because the past is the past. The past is the past. And the past needs to stay where it needs to stay, and that's the past. It's even the people that are in my head from the past, rent-free up in my fucking headspace. I can boot them out anytime, because that would mean that I'm stronger. That would make me more willing to go the extra mile for myself, take better self-care of myself, and not drinking, not smoking, or anything like that just proves my own strength. That would prove my own strength. And how much more self-confidence would I have? I would have so much more self-confidence. I would be able to carry myself better. You know what I mean? So Life's never just gonna be a piece of cake. And I have to accept that. Because I was trying to think in my mind, like, okay, I'm gonna get to a certain point where nothing bad will ever happen again. I will never, that's like, was I really thinking that? Like, come on. I mean, that's not realistic. That's not being real with myself. Oh, excuse me. It's not being real with myself. That's for damn sure. Now, I was actually going to walk all around here. And I can do that another time. I just really had to get this out. And, I'm going to let it go. And right now I'm really struggling to hold back some tears when I say that, to let it go, because I'm so fucking hurt inside. I'm so fucking hurt, and my ego is like, fuck these losers, for doing the shit that they did, like hurt you and lie to you and cheat on you. And I've always fought for myself. I've always stood up for myself. But a guy can only take so much. And I have to be stronger for myself. Even just that, Because no one's going to be strong for you besides yourself. Not really. So I have to let it go. Because I'm holding on. And I've never allowed myself to actually cry when I've been talking in a video. But that's okay. It's like, it's good. This is progression. This is I'm progressing. This is new. And it's okay to have emotions. And whoever doesn't fucking like it could just fuck off, right? Anybody in the world. I'm not just saying this for anybody on YouTube, just anybody in the world in general. Anybody treats you unfair or tries to harm you and hurt you, and that's all good and that's good. That's fine. No, it's not. And of course you're going to be hurt. Of course, if you're dealing with it by yourself. Oh my God, I need a hug. You know what? That's okay. If nobody's there to give you a hug, and you need one, that's okay. Because you can hug yourself. Maybe you have a pet or something, and they understand. And that's why spirituality is so important. Because they're, here down in this fucking world, the lower realms. This world is like a fucking prison of depression. And it's supposed to keep you there and hold you there. And I remember that scene in Rocky, I think it was Rocky Balboa, when he says how, in a way he was like, what are you going to blame everybody? Even if they did hurt you, so what? What are you going to let them keep hurting you? Because this world is going to keep beating you until you're fucking dead. Until you have nothing left. That always stuck with me. It's just going to keep hitting you and hurting you and oh yeah, I can't remember. everything that was said, but I think I'm making my point about it. And if somebody sees you cry or hears you cry or you have an emotion, see, that's what I was struggling with the whole time. Oh, to talk about my emotions. Oh, what a fucking loser I am. Because what? Because nobody loves me? Nobody cares? Oh, I'm not so bitter now. No, that's funny. Because nobody cares about him, and so that makes you a loser. No, it doesn't. The losers are the ones that stand in groups of cowards and point the finger saying you're doing something wrong when you did nothing wrong. They just want to hurt you and put you down and say everything that you're not. And when you're honest about things and you talk about how you feel and who you are and why you are and what you've been through, and you get hated for it, oh, you're a pathetic loser.